Welcome to the Top 12 YouTube channel. In this video we talk about the top 12 drama movies of all time, based on ratings and critics. Number 12, A Most Violent Year. The movie takes place in New York City 1981, where an ambitious immigrant must fight to protect his business and family during the most dangerous year in the city's history. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 90%. On IMDb, it has a rating of 7 out of 10. And on YouTube, critics say that this movie is their favorite movie. Number 11, Billy Elliot. The movie follows a talented young boy who becomes torn between his unexpected love of dance and family. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 85%. On IMDb, it has a rating of 7.7 out of 10. And on YouTube, critics say that this is their favorite movie, and even after 19 years later they still cry by just watching the trailer. Number 10, The Aviator. The movie shows the roller coaster life of Howard Hughes, who suffers from germophobia and psychological illness. He tries to design and promote a new aircraft. Along the way, he faces personal issues but becomes a successful filmmaker. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 86%. On IMDb, it has a rating of 7.5 out of 10. And on YouTube, critics say that Leo doesn't trust ships, so he switched to airplanes. Number 9, Burning. Jong-soo bumps into a girl who used to live in the same neighborhood. She asks him to look after her cat while she's on a trip. When back, she introduces Ben, a mysterious guy she met there, who confesses his secret hobby to him. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 95%. On IMDb, it has a rating of 7.6 out of 10. And on YouTube, critics say that they saw this movie and it is magnificent. Number 8, Titanic. Movie is about 17-year-old Rose, who is arranged to be married. When she boards the Titanic, she meets Jack, an artist, and falls in love with him. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 89%. On IMDb, it has a rating of 7.8 out of 10. And on YouTube, critics say that they cried from just watching the trailer. Number 7, Roma. Movie follows a year in the life of a middle-class family's maid in Mexico City. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 96%. On IMDb, it has a rating of 7.7 out of 10. And on YouTube, critics think that this is what happens when you give a film director complete freedom to realize his vision. Number 6, Rocky. Rocky Balboa, a small-time boxer, is given a chance to get in the ring with heavyweight champion Apollo Creed. Without thinking, Rocky jumps into the ring, unaware of the tough task ahead of him. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 94%. On IMDb, it has a rating of 8.1 out of 10. And on YouTube, critics say that they love Rocky and that he showed me nothing is impossible. Number 5, Inglourious Basterds. The movie takes place in Nazi-occupied France during World War II, where a plan to assassinate Nazi leaders by a group of Jewish U.S. soldiers coincides with a theater owner's plans for the same. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 89%. On IMDb, it has a rating of 8.3 out of 10. And on YouTube, critics think that this movie is a masterpiece of drama, character and action. Number 4, Taxi Driver. Travis, an ex-Marine and Vietnam veteran, works as a taxi driver in New York City. One day he encounters an underage girl running from evil men. He must fight to protect her. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 97%. On IMDb, it has a rating of 8.3 out of 10. And on YouTube, critics think that this movie is one of the greatest films in American history. Number 3, City of God. Story of two boys who are brought up in a bad neighborhood. They chose different professional paths, with one of them becoming a photographer and the other boy becoming a drug dealer. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 91%. On IMDb, it has a rating of 8.6 out of 10. And on YouTube, critics think that this movie has the worst trailer for a good movie that they have ever seen. Number 2, Pulp Fiction. In the movie, the lives of two mob hitmen, a boxer, a gangster and his wife, and a pair of small-time bandits intertwine in 4 tales of violence and redemption. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 92%. On IMDb, it has a rating of 8.9 out of 10. And on YouTube, critics say that 169 people got shot for saying what? Number 1, Schindler's List. Movie is about Oskar Schindler, a German industrialist and member of the Nazi Party, who tries to save his Jewish employees after witnessing the treatment of Jews in Poland. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rating of 97%. On IMDb, it has a rating of 8.9 out of 10. And on YouTube, critics think that everything about this film is perfect. Like and subscribe for more videos. And let us know if you agree with our choices.